A new customer. Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? There are saviours and protectors. Well, that's their story any road. They came in when the government built them walls around the place. Don't think the plan was for them to get trapped in here same as us, but here they are. Anyway, where are me manners, eh? I'm Maurice Wick, owner of this establishment. Take a look at what I have to offer if you fancy. Thank you for your business. Get new stock in now and then, so come back any time. I might have something new for you. Big explosion, that's what. I remember it woke the whole village. We were out in the streets, wondering what were what. I mean, with all them atoms and such like they have over there. The soldiers rolled in and told us we were fine, that there weren't no radioactivity to be frit of. But then, in the next breath, they said we couldn't leave. Temporary quarantine protocol, they called it. Temporary, my hat. Look at them walls. Nowt temporary about them, is there? We had no choice but to take it on the chin. So we did. Well, most of us did anyhow. In the months after the disaster, some people started to turn a bit odd. Nothing bad, just different, you know. Kept going on about the soil calling to them. People you'd known your whole life, proper sober folk, suddenly talking about a new purpose. Then one night, they all upped and marched off into woods. Soldiers have been properly down about any talk, since that might sound a bit, you know, pagan. I shouldn't be talking about it neither. How did... Well, been poking around in what's not your concern, eh? I don't have to explain myself to you. It's none of your bloody business. You're just as bad as the rest of them around here. Can't you see what's going on here? The protocol soldiers, the church, all carrying on like they know all the answers, when the truth is they know nought. Everyone says the folk in the woods are cracked, but they look like the only sane ones around here to me. They're trying to make peace with the world, not ruin it. Them scientists, the disaster, that weren't natural, thou knows. Upset the balance of things. Nature's proper furious with us. We should make amends, shouldn't we? It's only right. But them soldiers would have me locked up for thinking that. Dangerous pagan sentiments, that arse of a captain calls it. I want what's best for the village. We should be looking back to what's always been here. The army here tried to stamp it out, but their captain's a bloody southerner. What does he know about the north? Well, but maybe you're a tattletale for the vicar too, eh? Prying for secrets so he can hold 'em over me. Well, I won't stand for people who stick their beaks in where they're not wanted. Shh! Shut your bloody trap before you bring every nosy bastard in here. All right, look, just hear me out, eh? See, we're a rotten one, that un. Tattling folk out to the vicar so he can load it over us. She never had out on me, not till last night when she found that letter. Then she carried on like I'd thrown in me lot were old Hitler or summat. Called me a traitor, like I ever had any loyalty to the protocol lot. I'm no killer, not born to it, but she were poison, that un, and so is vicar. Summat had to be done. Him? My socks are holier than he is. We give our donations to the church, and in return he keeps the protocol sweet, or so he says. Truth is, he worms his way into people's lives, finds out about matters that won't sit well with soldiers, and holds them over us. Blackmail it is, pure and simple. Oh, aye, or chuck you in that jail of theirs, which is just as much a death sentence, except slower. All I'm saying is that we messed up, with factories and machines and that. We should have stayed close to the soil, simple as that. How is that treason? I'm not wicked, you know. I just have a purpose in life, that's all, something better. But that Maisie, she were going to shout it from rooftops if I didn't pay to keep her and that vicar quiet. She had to go, and I had to do it somewhere vicar couldn't just sweep it under the rug. He can't go running off to the captain when it looks like he might have blood on his hands. Please, I know what I'm asking, but let it go, will you? Give us that letter back and we can both forget all about it. I'll make it worth your while, I promise. I scratch your back, you scratch mine, eh? Fair enough. Here, you take this as a thank you, I suppose. I'm happy, you're happy, and the village doesn't have to worry about that quizzling Maisie anymore. And look, if you want to know more about her, the purpose, well, there's someone I'd love you to meet. Mother Jago. Lives out by the old mine in Casterfell Woods. I'll mark the spot for you. Reckon you'll find what she has to say very interesting indeed.
Pagan practices of any kind are strictly forbidden. Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death.
Watch yourself, Civvy.
Better than nothing, mind.
And will be treated as such. Please, don't make us hurt you.
Not sure I like the look of you.
And the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Remember, a warning shot is a wasted bullet. You have been warned.
right. Perhaps we should just build a huge still and drink ourselves to death. At least I'd die happy. Intruder sighted! Don't be a fool! Stand down! Don't see him, is it over? Not here. They've done a runner.
Someone's sneaking around out there.
Nothing.
Are they gone?
Nothing.
Must have spooked them. I don't know why the locals act like that. We're protecting them, the bloody ungrateful swine.
Well, hello! A new face! Come closer. Don't mind me. Everybody knows Mother Jago around here. I mean no harm. Folks that find their way to me are usually in need of something. What's on your mind, dear? Perhaps I can help. Oh, you found it! Lovely. Sorry, the directions were a bit vague. I have to keep my head down, you see. Certain soldier types from the village don't take kindly to more, let's say, traditional practices. Town-bred, you see. I provide remedies and tonics where I can to those that most need them. And I can offer some other supplies too. Have a browse if you like. Now we're talking. Don't see many of those up for trade. There. A fair trade's a good trade. Ah, yes, how is her husband doing? Not so well, I wouldn't wonder. I can only hope my mixture helped to ease his pain. My own recipe. A good few years in the perfecting. Only thing is, I'm all out of the makings of it. And the recipe itself, well, the folks in the woods have it now. You've met 'em, mayhap. The druids in the masks? They live in the castle ruins off to the southeast of here. If you want the recipe for the tonic, that's where you need to go. Into the castle. Nothing that's beyond you, I am sure. And if you're heading that way, there's something I would ask of you. In exchange for the help I have given, let's say. The druids have something of mine, my herbalism book. I'd like it back. Nothing worth killing over, you understand. But I would like it back. They probably got it stowed away somewhere in their castle. Oh, I used to live in the village. That was until the soldiers moved in and started playing silly beggars. I left before they could chuck me in that jail of theirs. Made this my home soon after. But I like it here. You're closer to the earth in this place. Never felt any great urge to go back to Wyndham. Take care, won't you?
Oh my goodness. I thought I was alone in here. Well, gosh. This is a surprise. When I saw movement, I thought it might be one of those awful feral goblins some people seem to have turned into. You don't look like a goblin, though. Or an outlaw. So, just exactly who are you? Well, I can't argue with that. We find ourselves in very strange times. You haven't immediately tried to kill me, at least. That's a pleasant change. Sometimes I think I'm the only sane one left in the zone. I'm Joyce, by the way. Joyce Tanner. How'd you do? You're lucky I was so absorbed poking around this place. Otherwise I might have shot you as you walked in. My, but you're full of satiable curiosity, aren't you? Well, I've nothing to hide. There was an expeditionary convoy sent in a few months ago, and Muggins here was seconded to it. I'm a communications specialist. Girl boffin, the squaddies call me. They needed us ladies to hold up the science end of things. I was drafted in, along with a Dr. Garrow. They say she was a big name here, before the disaster. Anyway, the expedition did not go swimmingly, let me tell you. We barely made it into Slattendale when the bridge was blown out from under us, and the convoy wrecked. Before we knew what was happening, we were beset by a horde of whooping maniacs in masks. It was awful. She came in by air. Our helicopters fared even worse. The interference field around this whole site brought them down. The helicopter carrying her crashed in the woods. I can mark the spot for you, for what it's worth. I doubt any of them walked away from that wreck. Poor devils. I think I may well be the sole survivor of the convoy. Spent a week or two dodging outlaws in the dale and the loons in the woods before I found this place. Some manner of communications monitoring station, I think. It's giving up its secrets very slowly. It's been weeks of fiddling with consoles and reading paperwork and... well, I'm a bit stumped, to be honest. All this kit, and none of it well suited to getting a simple communications channel up and running. What I really need is to be at the hub of all of this. There's a facility, the Interchange, which was the master for all the places like this in the area. If I could get at the connected systems from in there... But that's a pipe dream. Forget I mentioned it. Well, there was one odd thing. Lots of mentions of Oberon, whatever or whoever that is. But that's all, really. Without access to the Interchange, it's hard to make any progress. If the Interchange was open, and its power restored... But you'll forgive me, I shouldn't say any more. Nothing personal, but please understand that it's simply not sensible for me to trust a stranger I've only just met. Circumstances are not ideal, I'm afraid. But one never knows. Perhaps we'll run into each other again.
Tastes like sheep dip.
Keep the peace, Sibby.
Madre Jago is compromised.
Do you have a good
Let's
reason
not
to
have
leave
any
the village?
Not sure about you.
Protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Remember, a warning shot is a wasted bullet.
Steady.
You have been
Let's
warned.
have no strife. I think it might have come from over here. Not safe yet. Best stay
Nice
alert.
and slow now. Let's have no trouble. Could be nothing, but steady now. Let's not have a Barney. Heck, let's just calm down, eh? No need for violence. Don't be daft. Nobody wants trouble. Someone sneaking around. Let's get him up.
Warning, the interchange is under quarantine. Please vacate the premises for your own. Access denied. Unauthorized personnel may not, under any circumstances, enter the... Access granted. The interchange.
Everything depends upon the interchange. It must live again. And then Oberon must die. Oberon must.
Continue course.
interchange starts to live again. Search and you will find. Find more batteries. Install more batteries.
Remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal. are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Remember, a warning shot is a wasted bullet. You have been warned.
This blasted place.
Keep your nose.
Help me!
Oh!
Dead body. Prick! Ah! Oh, I'm hurt bad. Caught ya! Maybe Smith is right. Perhaps we should just build a huge still and drink ourselves to death. At least I'd die happy.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Dr. Garrow. My helicopter has come down in Casterfell Woods. Damned interference field fried the electronics. There are no survivors. Myself excluded, obviously. Lord, is anyone receiving this? Anyone in the interchange? Of course not. You're all dead in there, aren't you? I'm heading to the village. See if I can't find anyone still alive in this place.